Good afternoon, morning, or evening, whatever time of day it is where you are. It's your girl, Angela, and we are here with the 3-week, count them, 1, 2, 3, 3-week lock update. So welcome to my channel, and I'm so glad that you all have been with me over the last 4 weeks. And I say 4 because I actually started a week before I got my locks with the conversation of why I was getting locks. So it's been 4 weeks, and so all of you all who have been with me thus far, I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the comments, questions, all the love that you've shown thus far. And everyone who's just tuning in to my channel, welcome. I'm happy to have you. Leave your comments, leave your questions. I do try to respond to everyone as soon as I see them, and I have been enjoying all of the comments and questions as well. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. That way you will always see when I have an update or when I'm doing a video, and just kind of being able to follow along with me in the process and the journey that I am on currently. So let's get started with this hair. As you can see, it's looking like a little bit of a baby fro right now. The loose strands, that is like the #1 topic today because they are everywhere. And now I understand why some of the other lock journals that I've been watching call them a nuisance, or that they're irritating, because they are both of those things, a nuisance and irritating. Because, you know, with this being new to me, I don't know how to deal with them. Like, I really just leave them alone and just let them do what they're doing, because I don't want to, you know, retwist them around the lock and cause irregularity or, you know, anything like that. So I really am just trying to, you know, close my eyes to them, if you can do that, like out of sight, out of mind type of thing. But and just letting my loctician handle it when I go to see her in a couple of weeks. And, you know, I know there are some people on this journey that are doing their own locks, and I have much respect for those of you who are cultivating your own locks, because I couldn't, and that's just me personally. Like, I would get so irritated and so frustrated. I don't know that I would be able to continue if I was doing this myself and trying to nurture them and mature them myself. I do have some help. Kalima, the Lock Mama Johnson, is my loctologist, and so she's gonna keep me together. And it's so funny, you guys. I sent her a picture of my hair. Like, I literally took a picture of my root. Like, is this supposed to be doing this? And she was like, yes, Angela, you're fine. Just leave your hair alone, let it do what it's doing, and we'll, you know, get it together when you come in on the 24th. So I was like, oh, okay. But that brings me to my next thing, which is the fact that I can't see my parts anymore. Like, I know you all are looking at my hair, and if the first couple of videos, you know, you were able to see my grid pretty distinctly, and now, like, you really can't see. Like, I'll get up close here to the camera, you guys. This is kind of what it looks like in the middle, you know, like you can kind of see nothing. There's no, like, you can't see my parts unless I really separate the hair apart and like kind of spread it apart. You really can't see it. And you know, there's two things that are really good about that. The fact that it is growing, like you can tell that hair is growing. There's some new growth starting to happen here, and the fullness, like the locks themselves are starting to fill in a little bit. You know, I don't know if you remember from the first couple of videos how small, you know, each coil was, and how, you know, spread apart each coil was, but now the fullness is starting to happen. Some of the thickness is starting to happen. And so there's some really good progression things that are coming with the fact that I can't see my parts. But it did kind of, you know, not worry me, but threw me for a loop, because I know, you know, when I'm doing my research, when I first started on this process of getting locks, you know, everyone talked about how important the initial installation was, because whatever kind of parts you decided to go with is how your hair was going to be parted forever. And so when I couldn't see the parts, I'm thinking like, well, how is she going to maintain these parts if she can't see where they originally started? But again, that's why I'm not a loctician. And that's why I'm trusting my hair and my process to Kalima, because she knows better than I do. So that's kind of where we are. And the other thing that I was going to talk about is the unraveling. Like, unraveling is a big thing this week, especially like around here. Like, I'll show you one that just completely unraveled. Like, all this hair right here in this corner right here, you see this? That was a little baby lock, and now it's just loose hair. So I do try to like keep it in its formation a little bit and just kind of retwist it with my finger like this every so often, but that doesn't ever help. Like, I'll do that a couple times a day and it still unravels. So I mean, I obviously attribute that to just my hair being really fine around this part, because it's happening on this side too. Like, you can see this one's still kind of holding the curl a little bit, but all of that is unraveled. And if there was a way for me to really show you the back here, like, I guess I can show you this one right here. You see how all of that is just loose hair now, except for the very end is still curled. So it's unraveling around the finer parts of my hair, which is really just the edges all the way around. And Kalima did tell me to expect that, expect that would happen over the weeks, because my hair is a lot finer and it's going to take a little bit of time for my hair to lock because of the texture in certain spots. So she did tell me to expect that. So it wasn't a huge surprise to me when that started happening, but to have it happen is a little bit more irritating, because you do want all your hair to stay locked in these nice little curls. But that's something that is wishful thinking. It's gonna happen. So I'm just learning to kind of let loose. It's so funny because I actually commented to Ella Bell Royal Beauty. She is one of the YouTube personalities that I follow. So if you want to look her up, it's Ella Bell Royal Beauty. And she was talking about that, like, just really letting your hair do what it's gonna do, and just kind of not forcing the situation, and just kind of letting your hair grow as it's going to grow. And that is something that I'm learning through this process, is that I can't control everything about what's happening with this hair. I just have to let it do what it do. But I do enjoy it. I do love my hair. I did go through a moment this week where I was like, should I wear a hat? Should I wear a cover up? And I know a lot of it had to do with the fact that I was sick this week, guys. A lot of you know already, but I did have pneumonia this week. So if my voice sounds weird or different, or if I cough a little bit through this recording, that's why. It's because I was dealing with the first stage, or stage 1 of pneumonia, and so it kind of had me under the weather. And so when I got up in the morning, it really is, something to be said about how you feel sometimes can attribute to how you look. And when I was feeling so bad Thursday morning, because I got up Thursday morning to go to work, and I just looked at my hair and I looked at everything, and I just was not feeling nothing. And so to me, my hair didn't look like it was doing anything. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this hair? So I threw a hat on to go to work on Thursday. But even when I got to work, my friends were like, why do you have that hat on? And I'm like, oh, I just didn't feel like my hair looked like anything today. I feel like it's getting real frizzy and real poofy. And when I showed them, they were like, Angela, there is nothing wrong with your hair. Like, it's cute. You are not at the stage where you need to be covering it up. And so I'm just like, okay. But then when I woke up this morning, I did feel a lot better physically, just from, the cold and everything. And so, I looked at my hair and I'm like, okay, I can work with this today, so it just, has something to be said about how I was feeling. But, I'm looking at my hair now and I'm just like, even though, it's puffy and it's frizzy, it's still adding to the character of my hair. Like, it's still adding to what I'm looking for with my hair, which is just the ability to just let it be free, let it be natural, let it just do me. And so I'm really excited about that now. How I'm feeling, that's my signature send-off. I'm gonna always tell you guys how I'm feeling at the end of each week. And I'm a little frustrated this week, just because, and I guess I can't say frustrated, I'll say anxious. I'm a little bit anxious for the 24th to come, because I really am excited to see if there's any length that happened. And the 24th, for all of you all that don't know, that is my first retwist date. So I have an appointment to have my first retwist, and so that'll be 6 weeks after my initial installation. So I've gone 6 weeks. It will be 6 weeks before I get my hair retwisted. So I'm a little anxious to see, you know, how much length, if any, how much, you know, thickness, if any, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a little anxious leading up to that date. I have about 3 weeks left. We're 3 weeks in, so yeah, I have 3 weeks left till we get to that point. So we will have a few more videos before we get to that point. And remember what I've been telling you guys, there is a surprise coming on the 6-week video. So I'm excited to show you all or tell you all about that as well. I guess that's really it today. It was a short video, shorter than my last, but just a quick update showing you what this hair is doing now and how I'm feeling. And I guess I will check you guys out on next Saturday, which will be the 4-week update. It won't be the 1 month update, because 1 month will actually be February 14th, which is a few days after next Saturday. But you know, we're still gonna come back with a 4-week update. And then what I'm gonna do for the 1 month is probably just something a little special. We'll probably do, I have some frequently asked questions that I've gotten up to this point. So on the 14th, I will jump on and do a video, and that'll be a frequently asked questions video, and then just some other like little fun topics and things like that. So you'll see me in between videos, if that makes sense. So again, love you guys. Keep leaving your comments, keep asking your questions, subscribe to the channel. I enjoy speaking with you all. I always look forward to when I can come on and do my updates, because I just really enjoy the dialogue and the back and forth that it causes for us to have. So keep leaving those comments, keep asking those questions, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on next Saturday. And like always, be good to others and good will come back to you. See you in a week. Bye.